Hello everyone, welcome to the Omega Luke Gaming channel. Today we have something different for you. Now you might have noticed that some things have been changing around the channel, around the Twitter, the Discord, everything where I am going near. I am changing a few different things, mainly because, well, I'll tell you the truth. I was going to start a new Twitch save, which is coming up this week. I haven't announced it yet, but I will be doing so to make sure you stick on my Twitter at Omega_Luke or in the Discord. And I thought I need some new graphics. I can't keep using the ones which are free and they look really bad. I need to make my own. So I started making my own, started using Photoshop, started using After Effects, and I thought I quite like this new look. So what I decided to do was completely revamp my whole channel. We are now into Phase 2. The end of Phase 1 has happened. Phase 2 is here. The blue look is going to stay. And with that, I thought I might do something different as well. Now, you guys all know, majority of you came across from the FM Scout YouTube channel. That is how you found me, where I like to do tactic testers, I like to do experiments, as well as the educational stuff as well. And I thought, well, we have probably the best tactical creator in 2020, in my opinion anyway. He created the Phantom Menace, he created the Phenom, amongst many other very good tactics, which a lot of you who know me and are in my Discord and etc. have been using, and you all seem to find a tactic which suits you. Now, Ryan has decided, much to the pleasure of me, I guess, not to begin with, but now, to keep all of his tactics in one location, and that is in the Omega Luke Discord channel. So what I thought I'd start doing is start doing some tactic testers on my own channel. Why not? Why limit it just to FM Scout? Why not bring it over to my channel as well, where I can plug my own Discord? You guys can come in the Discord, you can join it, you can use the tactics that Ryan's creating and only posting up in the Discord. That is where you can find this tactic, and today we have a great one to start off with. Yes, today we are starting off with one of the new ones that Ryan has created called the Juggernaut. And I know what you're thinking, Luke, that looks crazy, and yes it is, but Ryan knows best. And Ryan has done a lot of testing with this. He wouldn't post out a tactic unless it was successful. So I had a discussion with Ryan on the teams I should pick, and I posted 2 teams and he was like, yeah, why not? Go for it. So I have holiday through with Chelsea and AC Milan, and we're going to see exactly how we get on with this tactic. But before we do, we're going to have a look and dive into this tactic itself. Now, as you can see, the formation is a little crazy. 2 at the back. We have 3 across this like wing back slash ball winning midfielder role. 2 wingers just in front of them, which I'm very intrigued with and I've never seen before. 2 attacking midfielders and 1 striker. So it's almost like a Christmas tree, the Christmas tree formation. Usually that's sort of a little bit higher. But this is what we have for us today. And I must say I was very intrigued as soon as I seen it. Now, we do have an attacking mentality. If you've seen the video that I posted on FM Scout with the PSG tactic, you will know the best form of defense is attack. It's just simple. In possession, this is what we have for us. So overlapping, focus a play down the wings. We play an out of defense, shorter passing as well with an extremely high tempo. Work the ball into box because that just seems to be working perfectly in this year's Football Manager. Passing into space as well, so we can do that long ball to the switch for the wingers or the fullbacks to chase onto. Running out the defence as well. In transition, the Gegen press is in full force once again. We're distributing the ball to the flanks quickly, throwing it long and out of possession. High line of engagement, much higher defensive line, using the offside trap once again with just 2 defenders there at the back. Tight marking, preventing and extremely pressing intensity, which I'm excited to see how this does, and getting stuck in, which is very unlike what I have seen from the most successful tactics this season. Now, I've already seen the results for this. You do not want to miss what goes on at the end of this video. I say at the end of the video, it's going to be in a minute because I've already loaded it. I'm just wasting time right here. So before we actually go into the tactic then, Chelsea. I've picked Chelsea for a couple of reasons really. Mainly because the Premier League is so strong and very difficult to win unless you're Liverpool, I think, on the first season. If we have a look at the season preview, Chelsea are predicted to finish 3rd. However, with their side, to be honest, I think Manchester United Tottenham, maybe Arsenal have always been better on FM this season than Chelsea. I think they always really struggle, mainly because they don't necessarily have a very good striker. Tammy Abraham is their go-to, or they do also have Morata, which has obviously been loaned out now. But Tammy Abraham is sort of like their only striker, so that poses a problem. But with this formation only being one striker, I thought, why not go for this Chelsea formation? I've never used Chelsea in this year's Football Manager for a tactic tester, so I think it's perfect to do so on this first version on the Omega Luke channel. Now, let's have a look at Milan. Now, of course, Milan was my beta save this season, so I know them very well as well. So if we have a look at the tactic, it does suit Milan quite nicely, I think, as well. So if I pick without restrictions the best 11, this is what it comes up with. So they've got two really good fullbacks, and I reap the benefits of that in my beta save. Also, got an abundance of players who can play in this midfield role. Striker-wise, they have two really good strikers. Is Piatic gone now? I think he actually has. So they're sort of in the same situation as Chelsea, only really having one striker because, well, I suppose they have Rebic and Leao who can both play there. But really, Zlatan, carrying the side at the age of 37, is going to be the only main striker that they have. Really, I don't think the other two are anywhere near good enough. But the midfield and the back line are really good. They've obviously got the best goalkeeper probably in the league. So I'm excited to see exactly how they get on as well. Right, without further ado then, let's go forward 1 year in this very first tactic tester. Here we are then, one season on, and look what it has done. Chelsea have won the Premier League. 94 points as well. 6 points they beat off Man City. And look how far ahead they were of Liverpool. 16 points above Liverpool. Only drew 4 and lost 4 games. This tactic is perfect for Chelsea. Definitely. They actually lost 1 game to Liverpool 3-0, which is easily their biggest loss. And they're only lost in the Premier League by more than 1 goal. That's saying something. In the Premier League, which is arguably the hardest division to do anything in, they've got so many decent sides who overperform as well. The likes of Bournemouth and Wolves are always up there, are there or thereabouts. And Sheffield United as well are closely getting into that contention. Chelsea have only gone and won it. That's fantastic. If we have a look at the profile then, Tammy Abraham is the top scorer. Tammy Abraham, 24 goals this season. How many games did he play? I'm intrigued now. He played all 38. He did not miss a game. That's crucial. That is absolutely crucial, and it's worked off. It's paid off massively for Chelsea there. 24 goals, 4 assists, 9 player of the matches. Wow, that's outstanding. Reece James got on the most assists there with 11. That's fantastic for him, considering Zappacosta was rated as the best right back. Obviously, what I did was I just simmed the holiday season with the assistant picking whatever side he wanted to. Tammy Abraham got the most man of the matches as well. Let's have a look more into it then. Statistics-wise, they scored the most goals, 98 goals in total in just 38 games. That's an astonishing amount. Liverpool, 5 goals less. They had the best shooting accuracy, the best crossing completion as well. And I suppose they've got so many wingers out there, and they're getting the ball out to them as soon as possible, that they can get those crosses in, and those low crosses, they must have had a massive effect then. We also have tackling completion, we're 5th there, so getting stuck in, that's not too bad. Most fouls, considering it's get stuck in, 14th for most fouls, that's not too bad at all. What I am quite intrigued with is the analysis page. Now we can see where the goals have been scored, but where are the assists coming from? Because obviously I mentioned, look how many assists are coming from wide. We even had 8 assists down here. That is amazing. That is absolutely outstanding. 26 goals came from the right-hand side, playing that ball in a low cross. 26 goals were assisted in the box, 18 just outside and 11 on the left-hand side. So that is amazing, really. So we've seen, obviously, Tammy Abraham, 31 goals in total. Mason Mount got a very good amount of 20 goals and 15 assists in that attacking playmaker role. Christensen got 12 goals from defence. How many did he get in the league? That is outstanding. 9 goals he got. That is unbelievable. Unless sometimes he played in the ball-winning midfielder role. Let's find out. No, every time he played ball-playing defender and he scored 9 goals throughout the season. That's really good. I've never seen that. Assist-wise, Mason Mount, Reece James, and Azpilicueta up there. Do you remember that season when Azpilicueta got an insane amount of assists? Seems to have happened again, but this time round, Reece James is also up there too. Right then, let's go see how they did in Italy. How have AC Milan done? Well, wouldn't you know it? AC Milan have done exactly the same as what Chelsea done, and they've gone and won the league. They beat off Juve by 2 points. They lost 6 games in total, a couple against Juve, so they actually only lost by 2 goals maximum. Drew 5, and some, like Udinese, they couldn't beat Udinese. That's quite intriguing. Player profile, Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored 17 goals. Ronaldo got 30, and they still didn't win the league. Hakan Çalhanoğlu got 15 goals. He used to be one of my favourite players on the planet when he played in the German league. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, though, for his age, I mean, he's now 38. He scored 17 goals this season at one of the highest levels of football you can possibly get in the Serie A. This is where it was won, though. This is where the league was won. Is Donnarumma managed to pick up 22 clean sheets. So that defence, it just proves, as much as that formation is rather attacking and it looks as if you're going to be overrun going down the wings, it doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. It's almost like these players here, when you're playing against a player who is up in this position, these two here will drop back. It doesn't matter, but it gives them the license to carry on and attack as much as possible. And with these being inverted wingers, it just seems to have an extremely good effect. These guys are playing in around here, and you've got the wing backs just bombing up and down. So I would suggest finding, if you're going to use this formation, finding a team which has very good wing backs with good stamina and good natural fitness, and probably having decent backups in those positions, which AC Milan actually have, and to be honest, Chelsea does as well. They have really good backups in the wing back role. So that's arguably one of the most important roles on this formation, is these two here. But I'm actually I'm really surprised with how well AC Milan have done. Let's look more into it though. So stat-wise, they also scored the most amount of goals. They didn't have the best crossing completion. They were down in 5th place, still with 24% though. A lot of crosses in Italy here. What else do we have here? Most clean sheets, obvious, with the least amount of conceded, so that's good. Possession, I'm quite intrigued with possession. I don't think they have very mid-table for possession. Doesn't need to have the ball to end up winning games. So I'm quite pleased with that. Let's look more into the squad then. How many goals in total did Zlatan get? He managed to pick up 17 in total. So I think they didn't play in the Champions League or the Europa League. They were knocked down the quarterfinal of the Cup, so they didn't have that many games, to be honest. Just a 37 and one off the bench for Zlatan, who is now retiring. What a season to retire. Winning the Serie A for AC Milan. 17 goals, 5 assists. Assist-wise then, they did, because Suso was out on loan as well, so they only had Paqueta and Castillo there, so that's quite outstanding. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the only man on double figures for assists, but there's a lot there on 8. Who's doing really well, outside of Andre Silva, who is at Frankfurt. Conti there, the wing back. Now let's have a look at the goals again, like we did with Chelsea. Were the goals coming from the same sort of area? Because we got Zlatan, who is very much a target man. Low crosses. Oh, look at that, 19 assists from one side. It was the area of the most assists, and 14 on that side. So it's really working, to be honest. And no surprises, 37 goals coming from inside that box, in between the D and the 6-yard box, in that penalty spot area. 37 in total. Absolutely outstanding. Now, I don't believe my eyes, but Chelsea actually won the treble. They genuinely won the treble with this tactic. The FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. An absolutely outstanding season. I can't believe it. Genuinely can't believe it. Ryan Cassidy, you've done it again. So there we have it, guys. I don't know what there is much to say about it. You need to come to the Omega Luke Discord, which the link is down below in the description, and get your hands on this tactic, because there is some sort of player instructions which I won't go too much into to entice you to come to the Discord, because we have such a very good community of people in there who love talking about Football Manager and love helping you guys out with all the questions and all the save intrigues months that you have. There is loads of people who will constantly be there to chat to you any time of the day. There's always something going on, and occasionally I stopped by as well. So there you go. So massive thank you once again to Ryan Cassidy. This won't be the last tactic we'll see on this channel of Ryan's. I'm going to go through and we're going to talk about some more of his tactics, and we're probably going to do another video maybe every week, maybe every other week, and just highlight one of his tactics here on the channel, because I really enjoy doing things like this and I know you guys really like watching it. So massive thank you to Ryan, but please drop a thumbs up if you can. That would be fantastic. If you want to see more just like this on the channel, then please let me know down in the comments. If this is your first time that you've stumbled across my channel, maybe you never found me before, but this has popped up on your recommendations and you took a click on it because you like the look of the title or the thumbnail, whatever it is, please consider pressing that subscribe button. We got some really nice stuff going on here at the Mega Luke Gaming. We're also live on Twitch now, so if that tickles your fancy too, come across to Twitch and you can watch me go live. I'm not very good when I'm live, to be honest, but hey, that's up to you to decide, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I have picked another one for you just down below. And if you want to support the channel anymore, then there is a Patreon there, which you can sponsor a player. Why not? Treat yourself.